The transfer window, ladies and gentlemen, is now officially open. And this summer, you're going to get top reds, you know the ones, who are going to hoodwink you, brainwash you, and lead you down the garden path, thinking we're going to sign the players that I'm going to mention in this video. But I'm going to tell you for nothing, we are not signing any of these players that I'm going to mention on this video, point blank, hands down. However, at the time of this recording, the transfer window is still slammed shut. So without further ado, let's get cracking, shall we? And the first player I'm going to mention that we're not going to sign is going to be Jadon Sancho. Why the hell on God's earth does anybody want the club to part £78 million for that bag of shite? He's playing in a pub league. Even I can look good in that league because it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Dan James, for my money, is a better player than Sancho. There's no question of doubt in my mind on that. When Sancho plays for England, he plays a part in the Invisible Man. Nobody knows where he is. He's ghosting it. Dan James delivers for Wales. And people tend to forget, don't they? Because they're not very bright and intelligent to think about it this way. But Lingard's going to come back. We got Diallo. Pelleci's going to come back. We got Dan James, as I've said, and Greenwood. If we signed Sancho, it would hinder his development. And that would do good for nothing, for no one. Especially for Mason. And I don't think Sancho will sign also because of his Man City connections. People need to put that into the equation as well, because it makes perfect sense that he wouldn't sign because of that. You know, and Sancho may have wanted to sign for Man United last summer. However, the problem is, as I said before, we only got Bruno Fernandes because nobody else is in for him. If Real Madrid or Barcelona were in for him, he would have been there like a shot. Without a moment's hesitation, he would pick the sunny climate of Spain rather than the rain in the United Kingdom as a whole. And the same will happen with Sancho. He'll have other suitors who will be competing with them, and then we'll fall short again because he'll look at the other teams going, oh, they got a better manager than United have got, they got better players than United have got, and I'm going to go there because my career will go to that direction instead of the direction like Van der Beek's career, which went to the side. So he's got to be very wary of that. And as we've seen so with Van der Beek, just because you're excited about a signing, that doesn't mean it's going to work. Do you remember when the top Reds come out with this cringeworthy line, the midfield? Remember that? How cringeworthy was that? That was never me, by the way. Because I'll never say that because it's cringeworthy and it makes me a fresh creep just thinking about it now. How can you say, use those words together? It's ridiculous. And it went tits up all the way through. Horrible, horrible wording, and I never want to hear it ever, ever, ever again, for that matter. So Sancho, for me, I don't rate him. I think he's bang average. I think he thinks he's better than he is. I think he's very arrogant. I think he thinks, oh, I'm Jadon Sancho, I can do whatever I like. Well, you can't, because if you play for Man United, you just can't. You're playing with players that are seasoned professionals and know exactly what they're doing in retrospect. So I don't think Sancho's going to sign for Man United. It would be a waste of money, and the Glazers will think of it that way as well. So next we're going to focus on Harry Kane. People do realise, don't they, that the media only put us into the melting pot because Daniel Levy wants a bidding war, because he knows that we've got the money. He knows that Man City have also got the money, and Chelsea will have the money as well. There's no way, if we couldn't pay 100 million or 120, whatever Sancho was going to go for last summer, there's no way we can part with that money to get Harry Kane. Harry Kane, without a question of doubt, is a lean, mean goal scoring machine. I've said before, and I'll say again, he's going to be the new Matt Le Tissier, a one-club man. He'll be their top goal scorer, playing for Spurs, like Matt Le Tissier was back in the day for Southampton. You want to look back at your career and tell your grandkids about all the medals that you won. And Harry Kane needs to be ambitious. If You stay at Spurs, you're not ambitious. And I'll also say, if you come to Man United in the current climate, as it is now, it's also a step down. You know? And there's no question of doubt that Harry Kane is a goal scorer. You know, he's done it, seen it there, done it. And Tim Sherwood still, to this day, says, oh, I was the one who gave Harry Kane his debut in the Europa League. You know what I mean? He never fails to mention that whenever he's asked about it. He's probably been asked about it right now, at the time of this recording, however. So, but if you ask me, would I rather Kane than Sancho? Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. But I don't think it's going to happen. He'll go to Man City. That'll be game over. Although in saying that, Man City, Pep Guardiola's admitted that they can't pay 100 million for one player. It can't be possible even for them. So yeah, they're going to have to lower the price if they want him. But Harry Kane's it's going to be an auction for Harry Kane. There's going to be loads of clubs sniffing around. Those I've not mentioned. Those abroad. So we're going to see how it develops. But I know for certain he won't be signed for Man United. And the third and final player that won't be signed for Man United this summer, or any other summer for that matter, is Declan Rice. I hate the guy with contempt. I hate him as much as I hate West Ham. I hate him as much as I hate Liverpool. I hate him as much as I hate the Dirty Danes. He's overrated. Top players only want him because he's a Brexit FC signing, because he's British. He's out of bounds anyway, because West Ham will be asking for ludicrous offers for the player, like 80, 90 million. Just like Leicester would if we went in for Ndidi or Tielemans. And they would have every right to do that. And West Ham have every right to ask for the money they think that Declan Rice on their side of the coin is worth. And we're not going to pay that. McTominay is a better player than Declan Rice. McTominay is higher up in the table, and if you look at overall stats, I think you'll find that McTominay beats him hands down in every single stat available. Especially the goal scoring stakes. So I don't like him. I don't want him signed for Man United. And it's funny, isn't it, that, not naming names, certain people, they slag off Declan Rice, but then when they mention him on the video, they go full circle and go, oh, hold on a minute, I may have been wrong about Declan Rice. Maybe I was too harsh. No, you're just a bloody hypocrite. Odd that, isn't it? It's like when people have an interview with Paul Ince, you used to slag him off, and then suddenly, oh, I met him. Oh, friend, oh, friend. You know what I mean? Those kind of people. Imagine that. I would never want to meet a footballer that I look up to and I'm a fan of, because it would dilute your mind, and, you know, it wouldn't become tangible, it wouldn't become believable, and the audience who are watching these videos will not trust me and will out me in any second. So I don't think he's a good player. I think he'll stay at West Ham. Nobody else is going to be in for him, and that is going to be his lot. So the 3 players that we're not going to sign, not sign for Man United this upcoming summer, or any other summer for that matter, in order: Sancho 1, Kane 2, and Declan Rice 3. And if any other player that I haven't mentioned in this video that you think we will not be signing point blank, then let me know, and then we'll see if they differ or the same.